Welcome back. So what we're looking at today is lesson 7. Equivalent ratios have the same unit rates. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So what we're looking at here is the price of burritos. 2 burritos cost $14. Complete the table to show the cost for 4, 5, and 10 burritos at that rate. Next, find the cost for a single burrito in each case. So it tells us that 2 burritos cost $14. So what's our unit rate? How much is it going to cost for the one burrito? Well, that would be $7. So using that, if one burrito is $7, 4 burritos would be $28. Still has a unit rate of 7. 5 would be 35. Unit rate of 7. 10 would be 70. Still has a unit rate of 7. So for B number of burritos, it would be 7B. Still has a rate of 7. So what do you notice about the values in this table? Hopefully you're noticing that they are equivalent. No matter how many burritos you buy, it costs $7 a burrito. So these are equivalent ratios, so looking at unit rate and then being able to find these other cases for how much it would cost for each afterwards. So Noah bought B burritos and paid C dollars. Lynn bought twice as many burritos as Noah and paid twice the cost he did. How much did Lynn pay per burrito? So if we're taking the cost in dollars and dividing it by the number of burritos, Lynn has 2C over 2B. What do we notice? The 2's are going to cancel, so it's just C over B. We doubled how many burritos Lynn bought. We also doubled how much she paid in comparison to Noah. So the unit price is still the same. She bought more burritos, so it should be more money, but it works out to be the same unit rate for this. So explain why if you can buy B burritos for C dollars or buy 2 times B burritos for 2 times C dollars, the cost per item is the same in either case. So if you have B items for C dollars, then the unit rate is going to be the C divided by B dollars per burrito. So when you take, just like I showed you here, when we take and do the 2C divided by 2B, it reduces down. They're equivalent fractions, so they both paid the same amount. And I'm going to pause the video so I can write this out so that way you guys can see what I just said. Okay? Is everything I just said. If you have B items for C dollars, then the unit rate is C divided by B dollars per burrito. If you have 2 B items for 2C dollars, then the unit rate is 2C divided by 2B dollars per burrito. But CB and 2C divided by 2B are equivalent fractions, so Noah and Lynn each paid CB dollars per burrito, so the rates are the same. So rate is your key word for this lesson. Rate is your key word. All right, so our next thing is looking at making bracelets. So we want to complete the table and then explain the strategy we use to do so. So notice it's time in hours, number of bracelets, and then it's giving us what our speed is. So the number of bracelets per hour. And that's 6. So we have a constant speed here. So if we have 2 hours, how many bracelets are we going to have done in 2 hours? Well, 6 times 2 is 12. What about in 5 hours? 6 times 5 is 30. In 7 hours? 42. 6 times 7 is 42. But now we've got the number of bracelets and we need to find the hours. So we divide these. 66 divided by 6 is 11. 100 divided by 6 is 16 2/3. So it's going to take almost 17 hours, but not quite, to make 100 bracelets. So here is a partially filled in table for an earlier activity. Use the same strategy used for the bracelet problem to complete this table. So here we have our burrito situation again. We have our unit price for all of these. And we have to figure out either the number of burritos or the cost in dollars. So if unit price is 7, we paid $14. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So that means we bought 2 burritos. And we have $28. $7 a burrito. 28 divided by 7 is 4. Now we know how many burritos we have. 5. 5 times 7 is 35. And the last one, 10 burritos, $7 a piece. 10 times 7 is 70. So compare your results with those in the first table in the previous activity. Do they match? Why or why not? So yes, the strategy works and the table matches. Yes, strategy works. Table matches. So to figure out cost in dollars from the number of burritos and dollar per burrito, you can multiply the 7 times the number of burritos. So 5 burritos cost $35. To find the first column using the second 2 columns, we divide cost in dollars by dollars per burrito. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. So 2 burritos is $14. So it's just like what we did. So looking at what we have, if we have the cost, we know what we paid per burrito, we just divide the unit price and the total cost to find out how many we purchased. If we know how many we purchased and we know the cost per item, so per burrito in this case, then we multiply them together to find the total. Alrighty? All right, how much applesauce? So it takes 4 pounds of apples to make 6 cups of applesauce. At this rate, how much applesauce can you make with 7 pounds of apples, 10 pounds of apples? So what we need to find here is we need to find the unit rate. So we want to find, since we're looking at pounds of apples, we're going to divide both sides by 4 to get the unit rate for apples, what 1 pound of apples will give you in terms of applesauce. So 1 pound gives us 6 divided by 4 is 1.5. So 1.5 cups. So that means to find 7 pounds of apples, we're going to take 7 times 1.5, which is going to give us 10.5 cups, and 10 pounds is going to give us 15 cups. We just multiply our unit rate. So 1 pound of apples is 1.5 cups of applesauce. Now, for the second question here, how many pounds of apples would you need to make 9 cups of applesauce and 20 cups of applesauce? This is the reverse. So if this is our 6/4, looking at it the other way around, 1 cup is 4/6 or 2/3 of a pound of applesauce. So we're multiplying by 2/3 here. So 9 times 2/3 is going to give us 6 pounds, and 20 times 2/3 is going to give us 13 1/3 pounds. So remember, just like what we looked at, unit rates, we have 2 different unit rates for every situation we have. So there's that reciprocal of rates that we talked about last time. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.